It's a treat for me because obviously I've watched your life through all the ups, all the downs, and I think this phase of your life to me is the most impressive because to reach the point where there's some reflection and some self-awareness and realize the power that your name has to help other people. How important is that for you to reach out and really save people's lives?
Well, it's a free gift, and that's what I want most people to understand. Through the power and faith, your life can be changed and transformed. I think if people realize that they not a mistake and really work on themselves and deal with the real issues, the internal stuff that goes on in our lives, we have a chance to be overcomers. I think too many of us sit and we play the victim role, and if you play the victim role of life, you never could be an overcomer. And my life has been overcome by a lot of things, and that's because I did the work. And I think people need to understand that there's a lot of work that has to be done on someone that has to deal with so many different areas of their life that's been affected, through addiction. And if you don't deal with them, you may lose your life.
Sure. As a person who's been through so much, why do you know that where you are now, this is it, this is right? Where's the fight every day?
It's not a fight. I've surrendered my life to God. I operate in a different capacity, a different purpose. I don't operate in putting on a uniform. I don't operate in a story about how great I am, because there's nothing that great about me. I'm just a person, an imperfect person that had to deal with some things in life, from childhood, and I think when we don't go to the root of things, I think we don't never get to the real issue of why we're affected like we are. And I think when people can really be honest with themselves and sincere with themselves, I think they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, because there's a great light at the end of the tunnel of all our lives.
Are you more proud of what you're doing now than what you achieved over all those years on the baseball field?
No question about it. Baseball's the game. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. Players as a player, some going to go home cheering, some going to go home with the head down. And that's just a game. Life, you only get one shot at life. And I think the journey of life is important for all of us to understand why we're here, why we're created, what the purpose of our life, and what are we doing with it. And I think that's the most important thing for all of us to understand.
All right, last one's this. People come to hear you speak because they know who you are and they know your journey. But in a certain way, do you feel that you need to downplay the baseball achievements to have the right effect on people who are struggling through a recovery process?
No question about it. I always downplay the baseball part. I don't really get into that, talking about the career and the success and, the trophies, and I don't really talk about that. I talk about real life issues, what people really deal with. I really want to be able to leave a message to someone that there's a purpose for you, regardless of what you're struggling with and what you're trying to overcome. And you need to believe that. And if we can get people to see that, hopefully the transformation can come about in their lives and they're able to change their life.